It was during the Johnny Depp trial when Amber Heard made the revelation that because of all the problems going on with Johnny Depp, she got up there in the stand. Not only did she lie about Johnny Depp and all the things he did to her and what she did to him, but apparently she also told a lie about Aquaman 2. It was all the way back in May of 2022. Amber Heard says Aquaman 2 role reduced due to the Depp allegations. Well, the Aquaman 2 director is now speaking out about this, and it's pretty bad when the first thing you have to do to promote your new movie is just damage control for everything, whether it's for reshoots, whether it's for the different changes going on at DC, or whether it's for Amber Heard. But James Wan actually did address some of the things that Amber Heard said. Aquaman 2 director breaks silence on Amber Heard's removed scenes claim. Is Amber Heard's Aquaman 2 role reduced? During an interview, James Wan addressed Amber Heard's claims that her role was reduced. Wan insisted the sequel's intended focus was always going to be the brother dynamic between Momoa's Arthur Curry and Patrick Wilson, not between Arthur and Mira. Quote, I always pitch this to everyone from the get-go. The first Aquaman was Arthur and Mira's journey. The second movie was always going to be Arthur and Orm. So the first was a romance action adventure. The second one is a bromance action adventure. We'll leave it at that. So he stopped short of just calling her a fucking liar. But that's basically what he lays out, is that this had nothing to do with Johnny Depp allegations. This had nothing to do with any of that, that there was always supposed to be the intention. Now, pretty much we've seen everyone at DC do a lot of lying lately under the James Gunn tenure. We've also seen Amber Heard. That's literally all she's known for now at this point, is being a liar. But either way, pretty fucking embarrassing for her to have the director in their first PR piece come out and say something like this.
Okay, so let me take this stance on it, because I'm okay with Amber Heard getting exposed as a liar once again for the 10,000th time. But it does make sense that they definitely have wanted to move away from her because of everything happening. And I have to imagine that there were probably some really careful decisions about, like, we should probably shy away from her in this movie a little, versus what they were planning on doing. And then all of this and going, yeah, we could probably write her out of a few scenes. We don't really need her as prominent. We don't want her in this situation. I could see that happening because of how detrimental she is to the branding of this movie and how she literally has no fan base whatsoever. So I can see it. With that said, it is funny that he basically did carefully shoot her down in a very eloquent way. You know what I mean? So yeah. She deserves it. She deserves all of this, by the way, because she's a terrible person. And she kind of represents hot girl privilege, which is a massive thing, by the way, that never gets discussed. We hear about white male privilege, which is a myth. Hot girl privilege is a real fucking thing. It's the biggest privilege in the entire world. Hot chick privilege is the biggest privilege in the entire world. And Amber Heard, she definitely benefited from hot chick privilege for a long time. It literally took her shitting in Johnny Depp's bed in order for her to start losing some of that.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say just like it was the fact that she ended up in this big public battle with Johnny Depp. Not that she shit the bed. People take one look at this Elon picture and they're like, okay, I can deal with getting new sheets once a week.
I can fix her.
You know, like, yeah, I can deal. Not even I can fix her. Just I'm willing to deal with that. Right? It's when you start, okay, she almost chopped my finger off. Well, did the whole thing come off? No, I guess I could deal with that. You know, like, these are the justifications that you'll make.
Yes, true. But yeah, I firmly believe that they did make decisions to probably a few decisions of like scenes that she may have been somewhat prominent in based on what happened. I do believe that, but she has no credibility whatsoever anyway. And I think her lack of self-awareness is the bigger story here. When's the last time she did an actual sit-down interview about everything? Do we know? I mean, I don't follow her that much. But
I have no idea. I don't know if she's done one. Like, she may have done one in the immediate aftermath of the Depp thing, but I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you.
I would like to hear like a direct interview with her just to hear how out of touch with reality she is. I still think Aquaman's in massive trouble. Her name being attached to it is a massive negative in general, and that kind of lends to the idea of why I think they would want to write her out as much as possible, because
it's tough to know what's a bigger negative that's going to impact it. Amber Heard's name being attached or DC's name being attached. Like, that's the reality right now.
It's true, man. And this is the last one, correct? This is the last official DCEU movie.
And they're pushing it as it's not connected to anything. It's not connected to the DCEU or the DCU. It's just a standalone thing. But they're also like, well, it could set up for a sequel if we wanted it to. they're all over with the messaging for this thing because they've tried everything.
They don't
They've
know what the
tried,
hell they're
hey,
doing.
this is the first character in the DCU with Blue Beetle. They've tried, hey guys, it's the best comic book movie in history, wraps up so much stuff with the Flash. They've tried everything and nothing's worked for them.